Hi children, how are you all? I hope all you fine. So children, in that previous video we learned that 7.5 degrees, right? So trigonometric functions of an angle 7.5, that is tan and cot we learned in that previous video. So in this video we are going to discuss that some proofs. Okay, so we are having totally here 6 proofs there in that material concept 3. 6 proofs they given. After that 7.5 and 9 degrees, this all we learned, no? So after that they given. So here one of the proof, if theta is equals to pi by 9, okay, if theta is equal to pi by 9, then prove that theta is equal to pi by 9, then prove that here the first one is cos theta into cos 2 theta into cos 3 theta into cos 4 theta is equal to 1 by 16, is equal to 1 by 16. So children, this is the first proof. So here what we have to prove, that cos theta into cos 2 theta into cos 3 theta into cos 4 theta is equal to 1 by 16. We have to prove that. Okay, so let us see that. So proof. So children, here LHS I need to take here. So LHS, what is that LHS ma? Here let C is equal to cos theta, cos 2 theta, cos 3 theta into cos 4 theta. Okay, LHS I taken here. What is that? Let C is equal to cos theta, cos 2 theta, cos 3 theta, cos 4 theta. Why madam here you taken C? Already we know that instead of that cos functions we can take that C. Instead of that sine functions we can take that S. Already we derived that C plus S is greater than 0, less than 0. Okay, those conditions already we know that, right? So and in the same way here this total cos function I taken as C. Okay, and here only I want to take that S also. So S is a sine. So sine theta, sine 2 theta, just as it is that cos functions, but at the place of cos here take that sine. So sine 2 theta, sine 3 theta, sine 4 theta. Clear ma? So this is CS. Now here I want to take that multiply C and S. Multiply C and S. Then here we will get it as cos theta into sin theta. Shall we write like that? Okay. So, ABCD multiplies with EFGH. Okay. Multiplies with EFGH. Then we can take the product of A into F or A into E. Anyway, we can write that, no. So, here we can write that AE, BF, CZ, BD, D and H. So, in this manner we can write that, no. Okay, so and in the same way here cos theta into sin theta. Okay, and here also cos 2 theta into sin 2 theta. And in the same way cos 3 theta into sin 3 theta. And in the same way cos 4 theta into sin 4 theta. I taken its product ma. Okay. Now here I want to take that two functions together. Okay. So by seeing this one here we are getting one of the thought that is related to one of the formula. What is that? In which formula we can say that sin theta and cos theta? Yes, sin 2 theta formula. What is that sin 2 theta formula? 2 sin theta cos theta. So sin theta is there, cos theta is there, but 2 is not there. So that's why here multiply and divide by 2. Multiply and divide by 2. So 2 cos theta into sin theta whole by 2. Okay, to that first function only I taken here, first pair. So that is 2 cos theta sin theta by 2. Again 2 gets cancelled, we will get that cos theta and sin theta. Okay, so here also I want to take that product and division. So 2 cos 2 theta into sin 2 theta whole by 2. This is the second pair. And what is the third pair ma here? This is also same. 2 cos 3 theta into sine 3 theta whole by 2. So again 2 gets cancelled means we will get that same result. And still we are having here cos 4 theta. So 2 cos 4 theta into sine 4 theta whole by 2. Okay. Now here see that 2 cos theta sine theta, that is the formula for that, sine 2 theta. So which is equals to sine 2 theta and whole by 2 is there now. Okay, so write that 2. Next, here this is also sine 2 theta formula only, no, but at the place of theta we are having 2 theta. So 2 into 2 theta. So that is sine 2, at the place of theta we are having 2 theta whole by 2 is there. Okay, and in the same way next similarly we can write that sine 2 into 3 theta whole by 2. Next, sine 2 into 4 theta whole by 2. Am I clear? So in this all cases we are having here by 2. So in middle we are having that multiplication symbol. So 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16. So 1 by 16 I want to write like this. 1 by 16 into sine 2 theta, sine 2 2s are 4 theta, next is sine 2 3s are 6 theta, and here sine 2 4s 8 theta. Am I clear? And here they given that, and also they given that theta is equal to pi by 9. At that starting question they given that theta is equal to pi by 9. So this condition here we have to apply that. Okay. So from this one we can write that pi is equal to 9 into theta. So 9 theta. Pi is equal to 9 theta. Keep that one aside. Now here write that sine 6 theta. So sine 6 theta, how we can write that? Sine 6 theta we can write that sine 9 theta minus 3 theta. Shall we write like this, ma? 9 theta minus 3 theta. 9 minus 3, 6 only, no? So again we are getting the same result. So here this one we can write it as sine 9 theta. 9 theta is equal to pi. So pi minus 3 theta. Understand? So this is in the form of sine 180 minus 3 theta. 180 minus 3 theta. So 180 is there means no need to change the trigonometric ratio. So again we are having sine theta. 180 minus theta means sine theta. Second quadrant. Positive only, no? So that's why. So sine theta. At the place of theta we are having 3 theta. Next, sine 8 theta I want to change that. So here sine 9 theta minus theta. 9 theta minus theta. So again here 9 minus 1 is equal to 8 only, no? So that's why. So which is equals to sine 9 theta, again that is pi. So pi minus theta. So 180 minus theta, again sine theta. Positive only, no? First, second quadrant. So in that second quadrant sine is positive. So that's why here these two also positive. So from this one here we can write that 1 by 16 into here sine 2 theta, sine 4 theta. At the place of sine 6 theta, here we got that sine 3 theta. So sine 2 theta, sine 4 theta, sine at the place of 6 theta, here we got that 3 theta. At the place of 8 theta, here we got that sine theta. Okay. Now I want to arrange this one in order. Okay, in which order means here 2 theta, 4 theta, 3 and 1. Okay, this is not in order, no? So I want to write this one in order. So which is equals to 1 by 16 into, first we need to write that sine theta, next sine 2 theta, sine 3 theta, sine 4 theta. So this one only, no, here is there. Okay, 1 theta, 2 theta, 3 theta, 4 theta. Am I clear? So actually this is the value of C into S. At that starting we did this one. Okay, C into S value, this one we got it, right? So C into S. So which is equals to C into S is equal to 1 by 16 into here sine theta, sine 2 theta, sine 3 theta, sine 4 theta. Okay, this is the value of s. Starting only we taken that is the value of s. So here which is equals to s. Instead of this all the function, here we can write that as sin s. Now here both sides also we are having s in product. So s and s gets cancelled. So c is equal to 1 by 16. Hence it is proved. Okay. So here c is equal to what ma? C is equal to we taken that cos theta, cos 2 theta, cos 3 theta, cos 4 theta is equal to 1 by 16. This one only we need to prove, no? So hence it is proved. Hence it is proved. Completed. So this is that one of the proof. Okay. And in the same way here we are having that second proof. So what is that second proof? Here the second one is sin theta, sin 2 theta, sin 3 theta, sin 4 theta is equal to 3 by 16. This one we need to prove that. Okay. Here also related to theta is equal to pi by 9. The condition is if theta is equal to pi by 9, then prove that sin theta, sin 2 theta, sin 3 theta, sin 4 theta is equal to 3 by 16. So here again we need to take that LHS now to prove that RHS. So see here ma. So sin theta, sin 2 theta, sin 3 theta, sin 4 theta. Okay. So here theta is equal to they given pi by 9. So theta is equal to pi by 9. So pi is equal to how much ma? We know that pi is equal to 180 degrees. So 180 degrees by 9. So 9 ones and here 9 20s. So theta is equal to 20 degrees. What is the value of theta? As per that given question, here theta is equal to 20 degrees. So substitute that value here. Sin 20 degrees into sin 2 into 20. So that is 220 is 40 degrees. And here sin 3 into 20, that is 60 degrees. And here sin 4 into 20, that is 80 degrees. Am I clear ma? Yes. So which is equals to here sin 60 degrees value directly we know that. Okay. So sin 60 degrees I want to write here. Sin 60 degrees. Product only, no, I am not taking any common. The leftover ones I am writing here just. Okay. So sin 20 degrees into sin 40 degrees into sin 80 degrees. Okay. So what is the value of sin 60 degrees? Sin 60 is equal to root 3 by 2. Sin 60 is equal to root 3 by 2 into sin 20 degrees value we don't know that. So write as it is into sin 40 degrees we can write it as 60 minus 20. 60 minus 20. And here this one we can write it as sin 60 degrees plus 20 degrees. Okay. So children just observe here sin 60 minus 20 into sin 60 plus 20. So this is in the form of sin of A plus B into sin of A minus B. So sin of A plus B into sin of A minus B. What is that formula ma? That formula we learnt in that compound angle. So what is that formula here? Sin square A minus sin square B in terms of sin. Okay. So here root 3 by 2 into sin 20 degrees into, instead of this one here we can write that formula, no. So sin square A is equal to 60 degrees minus sin square 20 degrees. Am I clear to you? Yes. Now here which is equals to root 3 by 2 into here sin 20 degrees into here sin square 60 degrees. So sin square 60 degrees means root 3 by 2 whole square. Root 3 by 2 whole square minus here sin square 20 degrees minus sine square 20 degrees. So this one we have to simplify that. So root 3 by 2 into sine 20 degrees into root 3 by 2 whole square means 3 by 4 minus sine square 20 degrees. Okay, now again simplify that. So 3 by 4 into sine 20 degrees minus here sine 20 degrees sine square 20 degrees which is equals to sine cube 20 degrees. Okay, now root 3 by 2. Here I want to take that LCM. 4 is there, no? So 4 is that LCM. So which is equals to 3 sine 20 degrees minus here nothing is there, no? So 4 sine cube 20 degrees. Okay, now I want to take out that 4. So which is equals to root 3 by 2 into 4. Now here 3 sine 20 degrees minus 4 sine cube 20 degrees. So children, just observe this one ma. This is in the form of 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta. Yes or no? 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta. So that is the formula for that. 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta. So this is the formula of sine 3 theta. Okay. So that is the formula of sine 3 theta. So root 3 by 2 4s are 8 into that is the formula for that sine 3 theta, no? So sine 3 into at the place of theta here we are having the 20 degrees. So 3 into 20 degrees. Okay, so which is equals to root 3 by 8 into sine 3 into 20 is equal to sine 60 degrees. Okay, so here root 3 by 8 into sine 60 degrees value is root 3 by 2. So root 3 into root 3 is equals to root 3 into root 3 whole by 8 into 2. So root 3 into root 3 is equal to 3 by 16. Hence it is proved. Understand? So this is the value of sine theta. At the place of theta we taken that 20 degrees. So how we taken that 20 degrees? Why? Because in that question directly they given that theta is equal to pi by 9. Okay. So sine 2 theta, sine 3 theta, sine 4 theta which is equals to 3 by 16. Hence it is proved. Hence it is proved. Understand ma? So in this video we learned the two proofs. What are those two? The first one is cos theta into sine theta, if theta is equal to pi by 9, then cos theta into cos 2 theta into cos 3 theta into cos 4 theta which is equals to 1 by 16. That is the first proof what we learnt in this video. And the second proof is if theta is equal to pi by 9, then sin theta into sin 2 theta into sin 3 theta into sin 4 theta is equal to 3 by 16. Okay, so these two proofs we learned here and these values we have to by heart that. Okay, so first we have to see that process, after we have to learn that 3 by 16. Okay, so blindly don't by heart that. After seeing that process only, just remember these values. Why? Because in that questions directly we can write that answers. Okay, we are having that worksheet, no? There we can prove that. Okay, ma? So thank you all. In that next video we will discuss that and next leftover proofs. Okay, thank you.